Welcome. Today, we're diving deep into Grant Cardone's game-changing book, Sell or Be Sold. We're going to break down how you can get your way in pretty much every part of your life by mastering the one skill that, let's be honest, everyone uses, whether they realize it or not. So let's jump right in.
Okay, so let me ask you a question right off the bat. Are you a salesperson? Now, hold on. Before you say no, I don't care what your job title is. I really want you to think about this because Cardone's entire philosophy, well, it hinges on completely blowing up what we think that word even means. And there it is. That's the big idea. Selling isn't some corporate job. It's what we do as humans. Think about it. From convincing your kids to just try the broccoli, to getting your boss on board with a new project, or even just talking your friends into seeing the movie you want to see, you are constantly, always trying to get your way.
But to really get this, to really let it sink in, we have to totally redefine what it means to get paid. See, most of us think selling is all about money, but according to Cardone, that's just a tiny, tiny piece of the puzzle.
So let's talk about commission. Forget the paycheck for a second. In this worldview, a commission is getting that promotion you've been working for. It's making new friends. It's earning the trust and love of your family. Heck, even your health is a commission you earn by selling yourself on the idea of eating right and hitting the gym. Here's the bottom line. Life doesn't just hand you a fixed salary for showing up. Every single interaction is a sale. One person is sold on the other's idea. You either sell your point of view and get your way, or you get sold on someone else's. There's really no in-between.
So if you're going to sell anyone on anything, where does it all start? Well, it starts with the single most important sale you will ever make, selling yourself on yourself. Before you convince anyone of anything, you have to have absolute, 100% unshakable belief.
This is everything. Your power to persuade someone else is a direct mirror of how deeply you believe in your own idea, your own product, your own cause. If you have even the tiniest shred of doubt, trust me, the other person is going to feel it. It just leaks out. And this really shows the difference, right? On one side, you've got the amateur. They're full of doubt, always wondering if the competition is better or cheaper. But on the other side, you've got the pro, the top performer. They are unreasonably, fanatically sold. They believe so much that their conviction itself becomes magnetic. You know, true conviction is so powerful, it feels like it can bend reality. Cardone tells this amazing story about selling his own house. The top real estate agent in town said, maybe $6 million. But Cardone, he was completely sold on his value. He listed it for $8.9 million and sold it 2 months later for almost the full price. That's what happens when you're sold first. Okay, so you're sold on yourself. You've got the belief. But that conviction by itself isn't quite enough. So what's the catalyst that turns that belief into actual tangible results? It's one thing. Total, 100% all-in commitment. And Cardone points out this absolutely brutal feedback loop that so many people get stuck in. See, if you're not fully committed, you're only going to give average effort. And average effort gets you, well, basically no results. No results means you can't feel proud of what you're doing. And if you're not proud, you end up hating your job, which just kills any chance of future commitment. It's a total downward spiral. The only way to break that cycle is to just make a decision. Go all in. It's like parking your car, right? You find a spot, you pull in, you turn off the engine, you get out. You don't just keep circling the block looking for a slightly better spot. You commit. And that one simple act just erases all the other options, kills the doubt, and starts getting you results. Man, this quote just nails it. It's the perfect takedown of that whole grass is always greener myth. The grass isn't greener somewhere else. The grass is green where somebody committed to watering it and weeding it and taking care of it. You commit to your own pasture, and I guarantee you it will get just as green. So if conviction is the fuel and commitment is turning the key, then what's the engine that actually drives this thing forward? It's putting the pedal all the way to the floor. It's what Cardone calls massive action. And this brings us to his famous 10X rule. The idea is so simple, but so powerful. Whatever you think you need to do to hit your goal, whatever level of effort you have in your head, multiply it by 10. People are just terrible at estimating how much action it really takes to win. So Cardone breaks action down into these 4 levels. And if we're being honest, most people live in those bottom 2, doing nothing or doing just enough to get by. But he argues that it's only that top level, true, relentless, massive action that's enough to actually break through all the noise and guarantee you see results. Now, this right here is a huge mindset shift. You know you're taking enough action when your problems start to change. Instead of worrying about, I don't have enough clients or I'm not making enough sales, your new problems become, whoa, how do I handle all these new clients? Or where am I going to put all this money? Those are good problems to have.
And all of this leads to the final, and honestly, the most powerful mindset shift in this whole philosophy. It's what ties conviction, commitment, and massive action all together. It's the idea of moving beyond just wanting success to seeing it as your absolute duty.
And this is the choice it all comes down to. Do you see success as an option, a maybe, something that depends on luck or good timing? Or do you see it as an ethical duty, as a responsibility you have to fulfill your own potential? Because how you answer that changes literally everything. Because when success becomes non-negotiable, it gives you the fuel to push through any setback. It's not about feeling motivated anymore. It's about fulfilling an obligation. You don't negotiate your duties, right? You just do them. And that mindset, that gives you the relentless drive you need to commit, to take massive action, and to sell everyone on your vision, starting with yourself.
So that's where we're going to leave it today. Just think about that. What would you do differently, starting right now, if you stopped treating success like it was just a choice and started treating it like it was your absolute duty? What actions would you take? Who would you become? That's the real power here.